So here it is, 9 o'clock, a little after 9, actually 9:10, in the evening on a Saturday, and it's been a great day. Got a lot of stuff done. Potted up a whole bunch of warm weather flowers like zinnias that aren't quite ready to go out in the garden because it's still just a little bit chilly, but they were ready. They needed to be potted up. They were really suffering, and they're tiny little seed tray, which is what I started them in, the little tiny ones. They needed to be potted up. I'm not going to be able to put them out in the garden for another 2 weeks, so they needed that so that they would thrive. So I got a bunch of those done. I worked in the rain this morning. We worked in the rain this morning. I had a couple of kids from our church over to help. We worked in the rain this morning, got a lot of just weeding and some maintenance stuff done out in the flower fields. And then off and on it rained on me through the rest of the day. So even though it's not really that chilly out, it's 55, 54 degrees. The sun is going down and I'm kind of damp a little bit still, so I'm kind of chilly. But the last thing I wanted to do was I wanted to plant some Gladiolus corms. Now the ones I'm going to plant are the ones that I wintered over from last year. We grew, I don't know how many I grew, 1,000, maybe 1,500. They all sprouted, they are all amazing. And then I saved almost every single one of them. And almost every single one of them wintered through really well in my garage. They're a little bit bigger than they were last year. At the beginning of the season, they grew some, they produced a flower and a bunch of leaves, and then they grew a little bit. So the ones I'm going to put out are nice and healthy and amazing. Part of the reason why I'm pushing it so much is because we have 85% chance of rain all day tomorrow, and I want to really get these guys in the ground. The area where I'm going to plant them is pretty much set up. I did it earlier today. I just dug a little ditch along the area. Oh, mosquito, sorry. I dug a little ditch along the area where I want to put them. So I just need to add some compost, some granular fertilizer, and then we'll drop the corms in, and then also we'll cover them back up again. I'm not going to water them. I usually do. I'm not going to water them because we do have 85% chance of rain, like I said, tomorrow. If it doesn't rain, I'll come back out tomorrow and water them, but I think we'll be safe. So there's that. The other thing too is I'm running out of battery. Figures, huh? So I've got a couple of time sensitive things going on, and the mosquitoes are coming out. Dang. It's a little early for those. It's only May. I'm surprised we have mosquitoes already, but they're starting to come out. I've seen a couple. So I need to hurry. Anyway, I will go ahead and set the camera up, and then I don't know if I'm going to speed it up or not. I need to speed up myself. So I'll stop talking. Let's plant some Gladiolus corms. Okay, so it is a new day. I did lose the light. I got everything planted. I did lose the light, and then it did rain. As a matter of fact, it rained for 2 days straight. And so here I am several days later after the big rain, and I'm so thankful I got all the Gladiolus in, all the Gladiolus bulbs in before we had the big rain, because nature's water is so much better than even our well water. Anyway, just real quick, I need to talk a little bit more about Gladiolus blooms or Gladiolus bulbs. So just to show you a little bit more up close, here's a better one right here. I saved a couple. So this is one. It looks like a little bit like an onion, doesn't it? This is a corm. Oh, it's not a corm. It's a bulb that I saved from last year. You guys might have seen, there's a video I have out from last fall when I was harvesting them and cutting them up and getting them ready for storage. And this is one that I saved. It's not that big. The camera makes it look huge. It's not really that big. Anyway, so you plant it tip up, and then this is flat side down. Okay, and then the new stem will come from this section right here. So These are very similar to tulips. It's recommended that you plant them so that this part of it is up and that the bottom part down here, the flat part, is down. However, you don't necessarily absolutely have to do it that way. You could just roll them into a little ditch or a little, not culvert, a little ditch that you dug out for them and cover them with soil. The stems will use gravity. The roots will go down according to gravity, and the stem will find their way up to the sunshine. It's a total God thing. Anyway, it does, however, sometimes make for shorter stems. So you just have to decide what's more important to you. A little bit of time when you're planting, just rolling them all into their little ditch, or and then covering quickly, or planting them one at a time, shoulder to shoulder. This piece of it, stalk up, flat side down. Ouch. Ow. It does take quite a bit more time than just, like I said, just rolling them into the ditch and then just letting them fall helter-skelter. But it just depends on where your priorities are. So I did plant about 550. I did count them on the way in. There is the first part of the video did not show well, so just to let you know, I did plant about 550. I thought they're more than that, but I must have counted wrong. Anyway, so stay tuned, and when they start to show, when they start to poke their little heads up, I'll show you guys what it looks like. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.